Hi everyone, welcome to today's book review. So today we'll be discussing the book A Good Name by Yejide Kilanko. And it is very paramount that we actually discuss this book because if you're one who actually surfs social media a lot, I'm sure you'll have seen tweets where people are alluding to the rise in deaths of nurses and wherein the culpable suspects in these crimes are their husbands. Now, this author brings to life and to paper this same story, wherein a man whose name is Ezia Fakaigo marries a lady who is just barely 17, brings her to the US, Obodo in the words of my people, and forces her into the nursing profession just so that she could pay back the money he used in paying her bride price. Now, these are the things that goes on in the minds of Ezia Fakaigo, how Zina will be able to make money from being a nurse, help him build his mansion in the village, send money to his family, and puts him in a better place by the time he is much, much older. Let's not even talking about going to the village to pick a wife to marry. Obviously, you can actually find love anywhere. And there are people who have done it and it has actually worked for them. But now, we have to discuss the intentionality behind marrying someone just for the purpose of using them. He married her so he could actually have a nurse in the house. He married her not because he really, really loved her, but because he wanted something as well in return. Now, how do we expect things like that to last? Another issue to be discussed is the issue of identity crisis in marriage. This happens when you are a person of your own and you get married, and then there's a certain expectation from society of who you should be. And then there is the idea or the reality of whom you have come to become. And there's an imbalance in all of this because you begin to find and ask yourself, where do I stand? Where do I find myself? This was one of the major issues with Zina, who got married before 17, found herself in the US with a husband who is almost 35 to 40, forced into the nursing profession, and she couldn't come to grasp the idea of what she has become in the house of Eziafa. Now, how do we navigate these terrains, especially when you're married at a very young age and to someone whom you also do not love? Another issue here is, please, why do people in the diaspora get into the space where they have no one to actually trust? Okay, imagine the issue of Ezia Fakaigo working and slaving in the US, sending money to his uncle who is expected to build him a mansion. And at the end of the day, there is nothing to show for it. And you come online, you see similar stories everywhere. Please, I actually like to recommend that these persons or people who have these interests at heart should contract people who are into real estate or people who do these things as a profession, so you can actually hold them accountable when your money does not equal to what is being shown to you. There is supposed to be value for money anyway. But the long and the short of all this is that in the book, A Good Name, it makes you wonder if actually a good name would sustain. Because in order to maintain the integrity of having a good name, a man with his own mind actually defied his heart, his conscience, his reasoning to follow suit with what society expects of him, especially his mother, marrying someone whom he doesn't love, just so he could fulfill the purpose of tradition. And at the end of the day, did he speak well for Eziafa? I'd like you to know if you would read the book, and I hope you do, because you would definitely enjoy it. At some point, you might even be angry at Zina, as well as angry with every character in the book, because they will really drive you nuts. But I bet you that you will love reading A Good Name by Yejide Kilanko. Till we meet again, have a very nice day.